Good morning, students. On Saturday last, we were doing this poem by Tennyson, Ulysses. And I told you a few things about Tennyson and about this particular poem and the theme of this poem, that it is one of the most representative poems of Tennyson and also his age, the Victorian age to which he belonged and during which he worked and wrote his poetry. So, Ulysses, as I told you, was a Greek hero of the Trojan War, and after the war was over, he came back to his native kingdom, Ithaca, and there he found the land and the people in shambles. But since till date he had been a warrior, so he still has got that urge in him to go on and go ahead, and he points out that he would be going on sea voyages and would be discovering more lands and more people and more cultures, and he would leave this kingdom of his in the hands of his son Telemachus. The poem is a dramatic monologue, and a perfect dramatic monologue where Ulysses is the speaker and listener, the passive listener to be precise, is either the reader or Telemachus, who appears just by reference at the fag end of the poem. So the poem is written in blank verse, iambic pentameter line without rhyme. I had begun the poem day before yesterday, and I continue further. It little profits that an idle king by this still hearth among these barren cracks, matched with an aged wife, I mate and dole unequal laws unto a savage race that hold and sleep and feed and know not me. I cannot rest from travel. I will drink life to the lees. Old times I have enjoyed greatly, have suffered greatly, both with those that loved me and alone, unshowed. And when through scudding drifts the rainy Hades wax the dim sea, I am becoming alien. So, recalling his voyages, the sea voyages, and his deeds, great deeds, which he performed during the Trojan War, he says that now I have become a name because I have suffered greatly and I have also fought greatly. So, and I remember the persons, the narrator, the speaker in the poem, Ulysses, he remembers all those who accompanied him on those sea voyages and on those battlefields. I cannot rest from travel. Now, this line is very representative of the Victorian man who had a tendency to go on and go up and go ahead in whatever walk of life they chose. That hold and sleep and fade and know not me, I cannot rest from travel. I will drink life to the lees, that I would draw the maximum benefit from this life. I would be drinking life to the lees, that is, I would be making full utilization of each and every moment of my life. I cannot rest from travel. I would drink life to the lees, to the last drops. Lees means last drops. I will drink life to the lees. Old times I have enjoyed greatly, have suffered greatly, both with those that loved me and alone. So whenever he was either on a battlefield or on a sea voyage, he fought with great valor, and he fought with so many crewmen who accompanied him on those battlefields, both with those that loved me and alone on shore and went through scudding drifts, the rainy Hades. Hades is the name of a constellation of stars, and it is believed that this constellation, when it appears in the sky, then some storm would be impending, some storm would be there in the sea. So, through scudding drifts, the rainy Hades vexed the dim sea. When during storms he was on a sea voyage, he suffered alone, and he suffered along with his people who accompanied him on those voyages. I am become a name, and now the whole world knows me as one of the greatest warriors ever lived. So Ulysses has become a name, I am become a name, for always roaming with a hungry heart. He is never satisfied with himself, he is always hungry to go on and go ahead and to achieve things. His satiation for newer lands and newer achievements is not complete, is not over. So scudding drifts, the rainy Hades vexed the dim sea, I am become a name, for always roaming with a hungry heart. Much have I seen and known, cities of men and manners, climates, councils, and governments. So he has been to various lands, he had been a traveler, he had been a sea voyager, and he had been a warrior. So he had been to different lands, and there he had seen so many cultures, people, races, so many people, so many governments and councils, myself not least, but honored of them all. And whenever he visited those lands, he was welcomed and he was honored by those respective heads of those countries. Climates, council, governments, myself not least, but owner of them all, and drank the light of battle with my peers. And now he recalls that he has been a warrior, and even as a warrior, he had earned a great name and great reputation. And drank the light of battle with my peers, for on the ringing plains of windy Troy, now he recalls the days when he fought the Trojan War. On the plains of Troy, he fought with valor, he fought with utmost courage. On the ringing plains of windy Troy, I am part of all that I have made. And he fought those battles as if they were his own battles, with full identity, with full entity, with full soul, mind and heart. He fought those battles. On the ringing plains of windy Troy, I am part of all that I have met, yet all experience is an arc where through gleams that untravelled world whose margins fades forever and forever when I am home. And the experience which he has gained on those battlefields, on those sea voyages, that simply serves him as an art to peep through the unknown worlds and unknown things which still he wishes to explore. So on the basis of that experience, he is going to explore newer lands and newer people, and newer achievements would be there for him. It all experiences an art where through gleams that untraveled, the things which he has achieved till date, they are great, but greater is the world which is yet to be achieved. Greater would be the achievements which are yet to be achieved. It all experiences in the art where through gleams that untraveled world whose margins fades forever and forever when I move. How dull it is to pause, to make an end. He finds this stopping, this halt in his journey of life is a very sad experience, and therefore he wants to go on and on. So this is for today. Tomorrow I will be finishing this poem. Thank you.